Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Clock Tower Time Tick Day 2, raising money for Safe in Our World. Next up, we have Dead Rising 2 being ran by Tex and Red Wolf. Please feel free to introduce yourself, Tex, and take it away.
Hey there, everyone. I'm at Tex and Red Wolf, as Garlips just said, and I will be running Dead Rising 2 All Bosses New Game Plus. And on comms, we've got Streetback Guy and Swede.
Hello.
It was perfectly timed. So, real quick about this category. If no one knows, Dead Rising is based off of a timer. So, what All Bosses is we've modded the data file so that it skips time, so that it goes through the main case line and all the side bosses. So, instead of us having to wait and wait for time to be able to deal with the cases and the bosses, we just immediately go right to them. So I'm gonna get started now. For whoever is dealing with time, the timer starts when you see Chuck loaded in. So there's gonna be now. I'm so sorry, timing on that, it's really weird because we skip prologue now. Which is basically doing Terror is Reality. So what I'm going to be doing through the beginning of this, you'll see me doing something called the dodge roll cancel, where we dodge and then we cancel that by hitting up twice on the D-pad. And then we're going to use some out of bounds stuff, which is really fun because it teleports us all the way from the safe house to the entrance to Fortune Park, so we can get this car.
So basically, that glitch. Oops, sorry, Tex. Just like so, explain this now. With that glitch, as it works, every area in this game has a default spawn point if you fall out of bounds. So for this area, it's the car. In the other areas, it's like different beginning sections. So if you fall out of the map, the game will go, oh, you dropped out the map now. Well, great. You actually get sent to 0-0 or the default place for that area. So we tend to use that in New Game Plus because of the ability to clip out of bounds. So.
Yeah, and I think it's a relatively new discovery too, because I can't remember exactly when it was found, but I think it was found in the past year or so.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, it is only really viable in New Game Plus, because in New Game you don't really level up enough to actually get drop kicks, so we can't really get the move that will actually allow you to go out of bounds that easily.
So that was Ted. He's the first boss that we deal with, and now we have to team Snowflake, which is that tiger that you saw. Now you might wonder, well, why don't you just kill Snowflake? Well, Snowflake has really beefy health, and so what we're going to do instead is we're going to acquire her as a survivor, and to do that, we're going to get this stake. Hopefully she doesn't come at me out of nowhere.
Snowflake can be an interesting fight, regardless of level.
Yeah.
So what Texan's going to do here is he's going to drop meat and try and roll away from it, and Snowflake is going to walk slowly towards the meat and eat it. Now, you want to do that 3 times, but at the same time while doing this, you want to try and get away, and it's awkward.
I don't know if she's going to go for this one.
She also tends to hate if you hold a gun for some reason, so if she sees you holding a gun, she'll often beeline for you and ignore the meat, which is very not fun.
And I need her to come at me in such a way... So I should be in like the perfect position now for her to get this. And if a zombie grabs me, it'll stop her from eating the meat. So we want to look away. I hear her. I come here. I drop this meat here. Hopefully, by the grace of the RNG gods, she'll come grab this and not tackle me into the ground. So, okay, cool. So Snowflake's about to be healed. We're gonna get Best Girl. Also,
can we get some love for Snowflake in chat?
Snowflake's
okay,
great
so
survivor. Also one of the most bug survivors for the fact that it doesn't matter where you are on the door. So with this game regarding survivors, you have to be in a certain zone. Each area has a little box in a sense. You have to put survivors into to allow Snowflake or survivors to go for the next load zone. And you can imagine if the survivor's just a little bit out, you don't go through, and it sucks when you run ahead in a run and then realize, oh, I've got Survivor, for example, and you can't do much.
Snowflake
Snowflake
teleports
can
with you.
bugs. Yeah, she just teleports regardless. She doesn't care where the box is. The box is Snowflake, so she teleports there. It's great.
So you'll see that I've made a drink, two wines mixed together to make something called Quick Step, which makes me move faster. And I'm using that because I currently am not running around with skateboards, and walking isn't that fast, and having to dodge roll cancel all the time is kind of annoying and not as fast as using Quick Step. So what I do is I make 2 Quick Steps, one to be able to get the LMG and that shotgun that I just picked up for later bosses. And this Quick Step lasts about, like, I want to say it lasts a minute in game time, and it's gonna take me all the way to where I need to get Zombrex, and we're also gonna out of bounds right here, maybe. There we go. Okay, so this out of bounds takes us all the way from the food court to back into Slots Ranch, which will take us to the entrance that we need to be at for Royal Flush Plaza, which is right near Roy's Pharmacy, well, Roy's Mart, where we get our first Zombrex. And inside, we're going to deal with some looters. Hopefully, Snowflake will be a good kitty and help me take them out, because she can just bat them with her paw.
That's a very nice kill count you got there.
Nice.
Nice.
Or as Frank would say if he was here, fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna hop over here. There is y'all are gonna see a survivor. Her name is Denise. Hi Denise, bye Denise. We don't care about saving survivors in this. The only survivor that we save is Snowflake, but we save her because she technically is tied to with Ted's mission, so we either kill her or save her. Saving her obviously being the fastest. Yeah, and you can't obviously outrun her because she'll just teleport to you, so she'll always get saved no matter what.
Yeah, and so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna pop up here. We're gonna get a Bowie knife and a pair of boxing gloves, because what we're gonna do is make knife gloves. We make 3 pairs of knife gloves throughout the entire run to handle the bosses. We got skateboards.
Best item to get in this run.
Mm-hmm.
I do apologize. I try and say something. You're talking after, like, oh god, I don't want to be true.
You're so good, dude.
But yeah, knife gloves are the most overpowered weapon in Dead Rising 2.
Mm-hmm.
What sucks is that during normal just time skip runs, where we don't do all the bosses, we just skip to the end of the game and just skip all the waiting. We don't actually use any combo weapons at all during the entirety of the run. So it's actually nice for the all bosses run and other runs that we actually pick up and use these, because most of the time we're just using the guns and stuff.
Yeah,
but overall it's quite good.
In time skip we only ever use the guns, if I remember correctly. We don't use any melee weapons. So we picked up the Zombrex because we need to give Katie Zombrex, and Katie needs her Zombrex every day. So throughout the run, you're gonna see me pick up Zombrex so that I'm able to deal with those instances where we need to stop by the safe house and give Katie some medication so that she doesn't turn into a zombie.
Now that she's had her medication, can I cut in quickly with a donation or two?
You sure can, because all we're doing
That was
is...
the important part. Get
Yeah.
that done first.
yeah, go for it.
We've had £5 from Pip. Thank you, Pip, who says, shoot all those zombies, Tex. And they put their £5 towards the new Resident Evil 3 incentive we have, where you get to pick the game category, but I'll talk about that in a bit. And we've also had £10 from Tainted Tali, who said, good luck to my favourite co-op buddy.
Oh.
Looking forward to seeing this world record happen live.
Tally puts too much faith in me, but thank you.
Hey man, we're here, so you're going to world record no problem.
Exactly. Look, Tex, if I can get a world record in UKSM, then you can get a world record here. It's fine.
Oh, I appreciate it, y'all. So I'm trying to remember where we are in the run now.
All right, so as of right now, we have Rebecca. Rebecca is a journalist. She's uncovering the story of this pig. It's almost like Dead Rising 1 has a journalist. So anyway, for now, Tex is going to go to the toilet and stand right by here and try to make sure grab for these zombies.
I also
what
need
he's gonna do
to
is run
block
into
her.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yep, we block her because apparently if you run in front of her, she just stops. Don't
Yeah,
worry,
just-
Texan. I got you covered.
Thanks, bud. Much appreciated. Yeah, so currently in the story, we find Rebecca. She tells us that she knows what's going on, but she won't tell us because, well, you know, a journalist never reveals their sources. So we kind of just follow her along into the through South Plaza to get to the security room. And if you want, Garlips, you can go ahead and explain the RE3 remake incentive as well as donation stuff, because we're just going to be standing here looking really pretty while we wait for Rebecca to get over here.
Absolutely, I can do that. Yes, we currently still have an incentive running for the Dead Rising 4 costume choice. We have Default as an option, Christmas, and Valentine's. We've currently had donations towards Valentine's and Christmas. I think Valentine's is winning. I'll just get you an up-to-date check on that. Yes, Valentine's is at 30 and Christmas is at 5. So if you want to change that in any way, you need to get your donations in, and then they will count towards that goal. But we also have Resident Evil 3, which has just opened up. Big Scared will be running Resident Evil 3 later, and you can choose between full game or no intro. And currently we've got £5 towards the full game category. So, again, if you want to change the outcome, all you need to do is consider a donation.
I'm a big fan of full game. Full game's great. I know that like the beginning of RE3 Remake is really just kind of like an auto scroller, but seeing Jill get tossed around like a rag doll is hilarious.
Dude, I love auto scrollers. That's why I speedrun them.
Okay, so I'm gonna be picking up a shotgun here. We do use quite a few shotguns throughout this run to deal with bosses. Unfortunately, I realized that I forgot to make my knife gloves. Well, we were waiting for Rebecca, so we're just gonna do that now.
Yeah, the maintenance rooms all across Fortune City, and there's some that we can make weapons in quite easily. The one being we're waiting for Rebecca at a previous spot, so we can just go here. So,
All right. So
go for here.
now that we've brought Rebecca to the security room, she's gonna go meet us at the safe house. However, what we're doing is we're gonna go suffer, and we're gonna we're gonna do two things. We are going to get more Zombrex by purchasing it, and then after that, we're going to fight Leon, who is this motorcyclist here, and he's kind of the worst. A lot of the boss fights in this game rely a lot on RNG, and you'll see why when we deal with Leon. I don't want to accidentally get cut by him because I will get thrown off my bike. So we're gonna stop here. We stop by Moe's Imaginations.
Yep, and then there's chat. So, as I was saying with the bosses, most bosses we can have strategies for that work quite well. The strategy we have for Leon is kind of very luck dependent.
Pray. It's
as
pray.
in, it's basically you have to pray and hope that he gets stuck.
And he stays stuck.
And he stays stuck. If you did it back on console players back in the day, you would realize that when it comes to fights like Leon would you hit him against a wall, he gets stuck. The strategy we have is Tekken's got this nice red bike that he somehow got the keys for, because why not? He's going to place it in a particular spot where he can easily get Leon to get stuck on the bike and himself.
No,
Leon
come
will
here,
just-
come here. That's not a good one. Sorry, continue what you were saying.
Basically, Leon gets stuck, and then we want to get him stuck where he is. So, unfortunately, Texas didn't get it, but you can do it on the right side or the left side. I believe the right side is more safe compared to the left, because the left has more zombies for some reason. But the idea is that you get Leon stuck here, and what ends up happening is you just wail on him with knife gloves, and that was actually really good. You got wheel stuck. Woo.
Yeah, it's very RNG dependent, unfortunately, and although that was a pretty solid Leon fight, it was also a little scuffed, because what you want to happen is you want him to ram into it, get stuck, and then you bully him immediately without him having to, like, if you saw, I was, like, trying to get him to come back over to me by shooting him with the LMG, but sometimes Leon just, he does what he wants to do. He doesn't care.
Yeah. But
It's
overall,
quite
it's
nice quite nice to do Leon early though, because as a nice little reward, we get his bike to use throughout the run as well. So that'll come into play later.
That bike is super useful for like anything else. It just sucks that it's out of the way and it's not a main boss to unlock it during the actual main game for Dead Rising.
Oh yeah, and the driving in this game is also horrendous. But luckily, the bike seems to be at least somewhat okay to drive compared to like the cars and the carts. It's
It's
just
still like driving
yeah.
on ice.
Oh yeah, driving on butter. That's my motto.
Yeah, it's one of those
Talking-
things though that
Oh,
you get used
sorry.
to riding. I do apologize. Sorry, I'm just saying.
No, it's
you get
okay. I was
used
just
to
going to
riding.
talking of modes of transport. I noticed in the chat there's a 420 train and just pulled into the donation station. We've had
Yes.
a £4.20 donation from Tofu who says, I'm donating the funny number to encourage everyone to do the same and put it towards the Cupid outfit for Dead Rising 4. Well, you heard the man. You've got your orders.
All right, one moment.
See, I wanna say funny number meme comment. Are we also
Yeah, what-
blazing it?
Well, you got your motivation now, Tex. Now
I
you
know.
can't let it down.
Oh, wait. Okay, so where we're heading next is we're gonna go deal with Ticket to Ride, which is also a little bit finicky, but these are out of bounds. We get grabbed by a zombie, which is viable to happen. Again, RNG based. It just depends on how quickly you move away from the group of zombies. Once you teleport, we're gonna take the car, and we are going to make our way through Slot Ranch Casino, the food court, into the Yucatan, which is where we fought Ted and saved Snowflake. And from there we go into Palisades, which is another part of the mall. And we get to go into the underground and experience the main villain of this game. Well, one of the main villains of this game called TK. And he is the host of Terror is Reality, which is the opening prologue game that we ended up skipping because for New Game Plus, to be able, if you hit start during that opening cutscene, it skips the Terror is Reality auto scroller, and that's like like 5 minutes of cutscenes and then a minute and a half auto scroller. But after many years of me begging, we finally can just skip it. Thank you, sweet.
Choo. We have another £4.20 stop on the on the
Amazing.
donation train from Swede. Thank you so, Swede. The comment is, okay, so 420, yes? Question mark. Yes is the answer.
I said I was gonna do it, so there you go. I am a man of my word. I will donate 420.
You can always rely on your homies to keep the memes up.
Oh,
Yes.
shoot.
But basically, what Tex is doing here is he's shooting these goons with a shotgun. And he's got to go on the choo-choo train.
Yeah, the thing with the mercs, which you'll see in case 3 too, when we're doing the heist stuff, is that shotguns to the face are optional damage to them sometimes. They unflinching, like I'll shoot them right in the face and they'll be like, what was that? What is damage? Okay, and because I need the health.
We also have to just say that part is annoying sometimes because if you miss that first jump, it can lead to quite a bit of time lost just chasing the train around and trying to get back onto it.
You can lose runs here. There's also a strategy which is a lot more risky, and it is on the right side there. You can actually, if you gain enough speed, you can actually go onto the right side, hit the trigger on the right side, which I'm not, I figured with myself until a runner called Slayer came out and actually figured out that you can do it, but you just gotta get enough speed to hit it, and it's the most awkward thing in the world, which if you don't hit it, you basically lose the run in a sense, and you waste time. Because you can't really, you can somewhat save it by hugging the right side and going up a different ramp, but other than that, it doesn't work.
And even though Tex did not fail that, I'm still going to make the joke anyway. All you're supposed to do was follow the damn train, Chuck. Hey, I told you I'd do it.
I appreciate
Also,
the Big Smoke
Jackson,
reference.
I'm very disappointed in the fact you're not using the cart.
There's no cart there.
There's
there a
one to
cart
the right
there?
side of you. Yes, there is.
Oh,
I'm having a moment like Ecdysis.
I know. I was like, wow, way for me to finally have one of my Ecdysis moments where it's like, oh, I never knew that happened.
Sorry. No. I am
Just
sorry.
eating
But
it.
any time I have run this game, I did this like full spears with the crit from Egg. Egg didn't realize. I'll come to the point later, but then
So there's a joke within the Dead Rising community that anytime one of us is doing a run that Ecdysis knows, and we're commentating about it, or showcasing a run, and we say something, and he's just like, "Wait, what? That's something that you can do?" And we're all just very confused that he's been running these games for X amount of time. Come here, Brandon.
The main offender is the stairs in the underground later on.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was going to reference to. But yeah, here's Brandon.
So what I want
Brandon
Brandon to do is I want him to do that spin attack. So that I can kind of like bait him, but he's okay. All right. So we need to safety here real quick.
Prior to contrary belief, Brandon is actually one of the more dangerous psychos in the run, at least to me, because as you can see, he can definitely combo you quite well. And even in New Game Plus, if you're not too prepared to deal with his attacks, then you can easily just get bodied very easily.
Yeah, as I say, the strategy for Brandon is always just peek back and go backwards. All right, there's Vicky. We're gonna leave her.
Yeah, we leave quite a few survivors. We don't care about them.
On a skateboard when he has quick step.
Yeah, muscle memory, honestly. And what's really silly about that Brandon fight is like I saved a second.
Let's go.
Oh, incoming world record.
To be fair, and I do have splits up because I use them for like the actual route. I do not have this run ingrained in my memory very well. But next up, we're gonna go stop by. Give Katie some Zombrex.
Yep, we've got to give our daughter the lovely drugs. As a good loving father, we help our daughter's drug problem.
Yeah,
Well, if not, she's gonna turn into a zombie.
Nah,
in case you didn't play it before, there was a prequel game on Xbox 360 called Case Zero, and in that it was explained that her mother turned and actually bit Katie. That's why she's infected.
Yep. Also, fun fact, in earlier versions of Dead Rising 2, the prologue part was actually a part of the actual files. So you could launch it, and it was called Dead Rising _ prologue.
Okay, so next up is 3-2, which is we're dealing with the heists. So, what is the heist, you may ask? Well, what we're gonna do?
Fun.
What?
Oh, fun! I love this.
Yeah,
case.
so much fun. In New Game, this part of the run is normally what kills the run for New Game. However, with New Game Plus, we have the power of a beefy health bar and spite is how I see it. So we're gonna do equip that.
No matter if you're running OTR or Dead Rising 2, this mission will always just play in the back of your mind.
Sadly, that's true.
Come on.
So yeah, also with the drills in this mode and stuff like that, they
You
are
wanna
very
aim
much
for this
buggy.
stripy spot so that the bug doesn't happen. Hopefully, shot. Stuck.
You got the sledgehammer though, so that's good. That's a good little backup for when you run out of ammo in your guns.
Yep. Okay, so there is an out of bounds that we can use. However, I don't like using the out of bounds because it can be very finicky, and it's really not worth it unless you're like really gunning for like a world record time. So what we're gonna do is here we need to get the stuff for knife gloves. We're going to pop this vodka, get back on this skateboard, and make our way to the car. So like I said, we need 3 pairs of knife gloves and in this run to be able to beat all of the bosses. And currently, Sweden and I, at least after this run, are possibly going to look into rerouting this and figure out where all the perfect spots to get the knife gloves are and where to make them. Because currently, like, this is a pretty, I would say it's a slightly optimized run, but there's much more that we can do to make it disgustingly optimized.
The category itself was not added to the speedrun page because no one really ran it apart from myself, and then Texan picked it up. And then one day in like the mod discussion, I was like, hey, should we bring this back? Because we actually had another category for Dead Rising 3, the time skip mod to remove the waiting, which makes the game more bearable and actually but more fun. Instead of having to play the game on the hardest difficulty, you can chill. So it's relatively new, there's a lot of routing and things to be found, but
Yeah, so it started out with like the rough route that I put together when making the mod. Cause as like so like fun fact, I was like I want all bosses. Let me make all bosses happen. And so I took what was it? I think I took all missions and time skip and compared the two data files to figure out how we have the files to be able to skip the time, because I'm not a coder. I am terrible at coding. We're also about to go to go ahead
I can
and explain
how the mod works and stuff, because they're not. I think I made the original one. So how timeskip works in general, especially from DR1 to DR2, etc. Dead Rising 1 uses a custom executable, which is used to skip in certain triggers in the game. So we have certain progression. It skips time. Dead Rising 2 uses a function within the game called set time something. I believe it's used in the ending for overtime at the end of it, or something with that regard to make sure the ending is on the same time period. And thanks to some of the rough time of Antoine here.
Yeah, Antoine did not want to eat. So like the strat for Antoine, just to like get in real quick, the strat for Antoine is that you hit him that first time, you get him to go to that first like pot roast that he goes to, and then you just kind of bully him. And that tends to be like the best way to do it. But as you were saying about set files or like it's set time, if I remember that correctly. It's set time, and based off of whatever the set time is for the in-game time is what determines where you are in the game, right?
Yeah, so basically it's just certain triggers, and I think when I was developing timeskip for DR2, I remember the most things were, I think at the end of 3.2, I couldn't get it to work there for whatever reason. I just think I'm playing in the wrong spot. So I think I just end up... No, one was the game wouldn't give me the underground key, which is useful because you need it in the run and you unlock it anyway. So what ended up happening was myself, I just ended up brute forcing the game to giving me the key. So I was just like, I don't care, you're not working for me anymore, sod it, give me the key. And there's that fix. But yeah, it skips time, it's great.
Real quick, what I'm doing right now is I'm making 7 quick steps to so that I have them for like the next bit of the run until 4-1, and then I make another 3. Because I'm basically being a safety noodle with my quick steps right now, because I tend to overmake them for reasons, because I'm not good at quick step management, unfortunately. And these are going to carry us through, which is why I only have hold on, let me drink one, grab this one. These are going to carry me through until 4-1 at least, which is the twins fight. And that's why I only have one skateboard now, is because I don't need the other ones, because I'm just using quick steps now.
Quick steps one of those things where it's only about last year when I think I theorized the fact that, well, we can just take quick steps at these points, and there's a book that can make some last extra minutes. Would be worth grabbing this and boosting him in, and then turns out it makes the new game a lot more bearable, because originally we would have to stop and grab boards. So every time you run out of skateboards, you end up losing a spot anyway, but with quick steps you can kind of drink them and get the free inventory slot back, which allows you to then grab, say, an extra shotgun or an extra LMG or an extra noodle. I don't know.
Wow, that zombie cop was not playing nice there.
No, it never is. Hitboxes in this game are really weird. Okay.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely see more examples of that during some of the later boss fights, especially TK's fights.
TK's fight is the worst, honestly. Out of all of them, it's TK's fight that I hate the most. Other than Sullivan, but Sullivan's got some nice cheese to it, so...
Speaking of bosses, we're coming up on to probably, I know in my opinion, my favorite psycho in the entire game.
Why
Slappy.
am I going up the down one? Why am I like this?
Pack said, why?
Is this another moment that we have to reprimand you for?
No. Okay,
Hey,
so
so
we
if
jump
you
kick
look at-
Slappy and we just bully him.
Also, fun fact about Slappy: if you miss time, you jump into Slappy here. You just take damage and you can die. I might have died. Well, be roasting some actually remember this to help commentate, so I can explain what's happening. But yeah, Slappy's a weird boss. He also drops a toy gun which you can grab. I don't believe Tex will grab it. No idea.
No, I will grab it. What I need to do is I need to pop that so that I have space. Grab that. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna save a survivor, and it is the wilted flower shortcut that I'm about to do, because what I need is I need this shortcut for later due to how quickly it will get us to Royal Flush near the end of the game, and basically it's just for speed. We save her, we take her to where she needs to go, and then we abandon her.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
pretty much
gist.
saving in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the plus side to saving her,
Really? Okay.
when it comes down to it, is I would say drop in boxing gloves.
No, I have to make them.
Well, no, there's spares on the side of this
Yeah, but-
maintenance room.
So like the reason why I did what I did is because I need 3 pairs. So I've got 1 pair, I've got the other pair set up right now, and then I'll get the pair that I can make over here after I drop Lynette off.
Okay. This is my brain goes into routine like, you could have done that so much faster, and I feel bad because I didn't want to say that because I'm questioning so much.
I'm also
From years of
doing
doing
safety strats, so like a lot of my
Yeah, sure.
inventory management is not optimal due to doing safety strats because I want to make sure I've got enough quick steps, I've got enough items, and I'm grabbing them instead of being like, "Oops, I forgot." So we leave
Yeah,
Lynette
true.
there.
Also, can I say one thing, Texan?
Go for it.
Happy birthday, Drew Zero, or Drew Zero Horse person.
Oh yeah, happy day of birth, Juho. What a lad!
You're 0.
Look at this
Happy
horse,
birth,
isn't he neat?
Happy birthday, horseman. Hope you have a good one.
So, this
The net Texan is going to the next boss fight, which is
Randy.
Randy. Randy do be
He'd be annoying. He'd be
He's not
very
as-
annoying.
bad.
No, but if you're playing this casually, then he definitely can be annoying because he's definitely one of the harder hitters of the psychos as well, with his chainsaw and his rushing attacks.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a way that to like So
There's a strategy used. There's like multiple found for that boss. By Slayer. Slayer's like one of the guys who came into the community and spent like over 100+ hours grinding everything, and then it'd be like backwards for me and him finding stuff. But he's found like a lot of cool strats of bosses. He found like a little cheese with a bike, using the bike and LMG, which is super useful against Randy. But I think the strategy Texas is going to use here is just the fastest, but it's also the kind of most risky. even for
yeah,
the
it's a
game.
very
But-
risky strat. So we just kind of like come around and pray he doesn't hit. Because when he does this, you can get a few hits off. And what I try to do is I try and dodge before he does that, and like get in before he does that. However, when he does his little taunt, like it's all good. You want less bonks. This isn't like optimal Randy strats. There is a way to like stun him in such a way.
Basically, to
But it's
stun him,
so
what you
hard
do
to
is-
hit.
No, what you do is when he's doing a little thrusting motion, you grab yourself a shotgun and you shoot him in the balls. Then
You,
he'll
you
go
hit him in
down
the
on his
piggy
knees.
pouch.
That's where
right?
his balls are located. Yes, you shoot him right in the balls, and he drops to his knees, and then you just go ham on him with the knife gloves, and that is the strategy to killing Randy.
And it for some reason I can never get it to work, which is why I go for the riskier strat and not super optimal strat of just bonking, taking the bonks. So this is what Street was talking about earlier about the bike that we get from Leon. I've attached the LMG that I picked up really early on. And now that I'm thinking about it, I could probably just pick it up during 3-2. To save up some inventory space. but we attach it to the motorcycle to be able to deal with the armor car more quickly. There is a strat where you can pick up a zombie and throw the zombie at it, but that's a finicky strat for me to get done too.
Yeah, I'll just say it's not really a finicky strat to say with quotations. It's more luck dependent whether you get a fat zombie, and then how it was found. I think I did in the run first. I think it was just I randomly saw on Reddit. I don't know where it was, Reddit or YouTube short.
Yeah, I think you saw a clip of it happening, and we're like, oh, I wonder if this will work.
Yeah, and it was like, does this work? Like, sure, it must be like an old 360 bug. And then 5 minutes later, after figuring that out, I was like, oh shit. So it turns out, if you chuck a zombie dead body at a vehicle, it completely destroys it.
Yeah, it's a skill that you get. I don't know what level you get it at, but it's also one of those strats that's only viable during New Game Plus.
Yeah, I think it's like a late level ability, if I recall.
I think it's like level 20 plus, something like that. So it's definitely later on.
Yeah, and you don't reach that level in New Game if I remember correctly.
You might
No,
get
you
it
won't.
in all ones.
In New Game, you mainly reach like level 9 or 10, I believe. It's definitely quite low compared to, say...
Yeah, you get level 7 or 9, if I recall.
So we kind of
Also, what we were talking over then was Tex went to that little Hawaiian bar place to pick up a magazine called Juice Boost to kind of boost the effects of Quick Step. And
yeah, you'll see that my little quick steps gotta have a ×2 on them. They will now last for 2 minutes instead of 1 minute, or is it? I think it's like 3 minutes instead of a minute and a half, right?
It's 2 minutes.
Okay.
So that magazine doubles any combo drink for longer, so it just doubles it the time. So what ends up happening now is that Tex is able to just last a bit longer with that. Anyway, here comes the twins. The twins are very annoying.
Ooh.
The fact that if you get hit by the twin at all during this, or Amber or Crystal, you can end up just getting your own dead. It's kind of an annoying part, but the ultimate strategy is just to get the LMG and just spray down Amber with it, and that's the strat.
Yeah, optimally you want to do like the stutter that I was doing and trying to get bait out their swing attacks. However, distancing on it's a little rough to get down. So yeah, that's the twins. So after this, we're gonna go make some more quick steps because my quick step management was really bad.
It's all right.
Which is okay. So I've got 2 and I'm gonna make 4 so that I have 6 of them until case 6-2 where I make like I don't think I need to make any in 6-2, but we'll see how we're looking when that case comes along. So
you should be fine if you make enough now. You have enough for the endpoint of the game. If you need
yeah,
to,
I
you
should
can
be
make more
fine.
on the way to Boykin. But
Yeah, I normally
Yeah.
make on the way to Boykin. I think I make 2 on the way to Boykin. Trying to remember. Like, I literally just did this run earlier today. Wow. I don't remember anything. Yay.
I do remember you making some before Boykin, so yeah, I think 2 before Boykin. Boykin? I can't speak today.
Boykin?
Boykin?
Oh?
I'm Bullwinkle.
So we're making our way back to Royal Flush, and in the food court, we are going to use that same out of bounds. Hopefully I can get it first try. Kindly ignore my cat singing the song of his people. Yes, Atlas? Mm-hmm. Really? Yeah, are you a good boy? Yeah.
Oops. With
He's got a
out
sock,
of bounds,
is what he has.
with the out of bounds tricks, you've got to be a little bit careful with them because if you end up destroying the thing that you're using to out of bounds, if it's, say, a cardboard box or a garbage bag, it can easily get destroyed and then you won't be able to do the out of bounds anymore unless you have like another nearby. So it's definitely painful. And yes, Atlas is very cute. I've seen him on webcam many times. Very faintly, but yes.
So, for Carl, we want to bait... What is he doing? Sir? Okay. We want to bait out this swing attack, and use the shotgun, and that's Carl.
Also, fun fact, Carl is double D from Ed and Eddie.
Yep.
You got a very good call there, mainly because his AI was.
Yeah,
taking a
his
nap, it
AI was
seems.
like, "We vibing. What's up?"
Oh, you're on a run? Oh, just let me behave for you then. It's okay.
Carl normally isn't that bad. Sometimes he will run away and throw bombs, but because we've got normally have quick step on, well, Carl is while we're at Carl, you're normally able to just kind of bait him out and not get jerked around by him.
Just makes me wonder how much time he actually had in this apocalypse to make so many package bombs to throw at you during the fight.
For real.
He has too much time on his hands, honestly.
But Carl, I
Okay.
think he's a sensible guy.
So next up, we are going to deal with the snipers, or as they are referred to in this game, the militiamen. There are 4 of them. I would say that they are nicer to deal with than the snipers in Dead Rising 1, but I'm biased.
And luckily, in DR2, compared to OTR, they can't go turbo mode, where in OTR they can, which is where they just keep shooting their snipers one after another like it's a machine gun for some reason. But it can be abused. In this game, there is no such thing, though, apart from maybe the odd part where they kind of shoot at a regular pace, but it's nothing like turbo mode, so
Yeah,
they're kind of better
Dietz
in this game.
Dietz is going to be the worst. Okay.
Oh, I see Monokuma in chat. I appreciate that, Garlips.
Oh yeah, not to change the subject, but I discovered Danganronpa this year and immediately fell head over heels in love.
The
Oh,
game
you
or the
and me.
anime?
The game. I've only played the first one so far.
It's a good
Oh, yeah.
series. It's a really good series.
You and me have some stuff to catch up on, my friend.
I'm enjoying the ride.
Okay, so Big Earl, which is who we just dealt with, is the first of the militiamen, and then we're going to sidetrack ourselves to go deal with Seymour, who is a mall cop that's kind of just lost his mind. And we're gonna... Nope, I don't want to read that. But that's what you can see what Juice Boost does. Consumed makes the effects last twice as long. You'll hear crying in the background. That's just Europa. We don't care about Europa. Hopefully Seymour plays nice. So what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and bait some zombies over, and I do 1-2 hit with him and then dodge.
Seymour is especially dangerous because of his 6-shooter there, 6-shooter revolver. If you get you with that, that can take a massive chunk of health out as well.
All right.
It's definitely one of his more deadly parts.
And the great thing is that Seymour drops a 6-shooter, so we're gonna take that. This is mine now.
Finders keepers.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Now we're gonna go back outside. We're going to deal with the next of the snipers, which is Dietz. And Dietz is going to be a little, I say tricky. He's really not that bad to get to. It's just there's this massive open space, and I need to get across that massive space to a spot where he can't get me. And yeah, look, you can see him. There he is. There's Dietz, and I have to get across the way. So what I do is I try and hide the best I can. Yeah, he got me. Okay. Dodge roll canceling is pretty solid to kind of avoid getting bonked again. And then what I'm going to do is I make a painkiller just to be on the safe side. Painkiller here is a safety strat. I don't know if Swede uses it. I just like doing it because Dietz can give me a bit of trouble sometimes. I've died to Dietz too many times, so I've just got like speedrun PTSD of like, oh no, it's gonna happen again. The run's gonna die. Oh no.
I mean, are you really a Dead Rising speedrunner if you don't have speedrun PTSD at any point?
Yeah, that's
Let's be
fair.
real.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, yes, I'm making sure to be very prepared for this, and then I just obliterate the bosses. Like, this is gonna be really difficult. Done. So that's Dietz.
The snipers, I believe it's the second sniper, I believe. I can't remember his name. I think it's... I
Derek
know
or
Ortex
Johnny?
does it. Fat one, Eric, I think.
Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
Derek's the last one we go to.
Yeah. Because when it comes to all missions, the category that I love, mainly because it has gambling in it.
Oh, poker.
I
What a
don't
good
hate it.
time.
But basically, when it comes down to it, that category, that sniper is a make or break, because if he decides to go into it, this little rage mode or fit mode, he can still somewhat in the game to it. But if they hit with a sniper, you're dead. Fun fact.
Awful. Yeah, Derek's rough. We're also going to be safety stratting around Derek as well. And thankfully, I did make enough quick steps, and I should be able to last with these last 3 until 6-2, where I make like a bunch more. So for 5-1, we're heading back to the safe house, and we are going to the rooftop of the safe house where the helicopter pad is to trigger a cutscene. And so, like, Garlips, if you got anything, you can go ahead and pop in.
No donations as of yet, but I will remind the chat that we're raising money for Safe in Our World. And if you could consider a donation, please do. We still have some bid war incentives open. We've had a number of donations towards the Valentine. Some of them were 420 based.
Nice.
Valentine is clearly winning as the Dead Rising 4 outfit choice. But you've still got time to change that if you want, because by the end of this run, we'll be closing that bid war incentive. We also have, of course, as I mentioned before, Resident Evil 3 choosing the category, and currently Full Game is still winning that one too. So there's time to change both of those outcomes, and please do consider a donation if you are so able.
So now we are going to fail the out of bounds. We're out of boundsing because we are now going to BB, and BB is an interesting boss to deal with. She's not your conventional boss, if you will. She's not a regular mom. She's a cool mom. So we grabbed this vodka because BB needs a drink. Mama needs a drink before her show. So we're gonna come over here into Slots Ranch. We're gonna come to this stage. You see a bunch of people tied up. We don't care about these survivors. All we care about is making sure BB is happy.
If you've played Dead Rising 1 before, BB shares a lot of the same traits as Paul. Both are psychos, but they can then be saved as survivors. Honestly, BB is not as infuriating because she doesn't run around like an idiot and throw molotovs at you everywhere, but she can still be just very annoying even though you don't actually fight her.
I'm gonna be real, this is the most epic boss fight in this game.
Oh yeah. Oh, and there is a glitched part of this boss that has not been fixed, even in off the record. There is a rhythm minigame coming up once these zombies have gathered, and you have to press them in time. But the third rhythm section always fails on the PC version. No idea why. Just Capcom or whoever.
FPS, I believe.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So here's the most intense part of this run. We're gonna play some DDR. Well, or Guitar Hero, depending on how you feel.
Guitar Hero, or I would say Stepmania.
I'd say Bully, Chemistry, Lesson. It's pretty much the same. And fun fact, BB is based on Cher. She is a parody of Cher.
She is a
So if
one-hit one.
She
Yeah,
really
so if you
do
believe
be a
in life
one-hit
after
wonder.
love, there you go.
But yeah, BB is an interesting boss as well because you can go through requirements. And
The other cool
the
thing.
inter-
Oh, sorry, go for it.
I was gonna say the interesting thing is all missions, that category. We get survivors to do little zombie crawl parts to you there, which is a fun little strat. I thought I'd bring it up. It's funny. But it's a
Pretty much
fail, by the
totally
way.
paused.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cool thing about BB is she's dealt with. We don't have to talk to her. We don't need her to join us. Nothing like that. The fact that we completed all of the tasks that she wanted means that we have completed the one-hit wonder mission. So we can go on our way and head off to deal with the last two snipers and then the magicians. The magicians are going to be interesting to handle. So we go up to this roof, go deal with Johnny. Johnny and Derek are pretty much the same fare, honestly, when it comes to this round. We just walk up, slap him around. Nothing super exciting, other than the fact that, like, apparently he decided not to take a few bonks.
Oh yeah, they tend to have like no hitbox for a few seconds for some reason, and it's just very annoying. But
And there's Johnny.
yeah,
Yeah, and we're gonna make our way down, and we go across the way over to the Atlantica rooftop, which is through here. You'll also see we'll also be revisiting this hallway again later on in the run, but right now we're just dealing with it. Yeah, end of this run kind of mellows itself out because the beginning of the run is a lot of setup. No, come here, Derek. Come here.
I'm the Department of Homeland Certainty, baby. You a dead man.
I'll tell you what, he has an eye for fashion with those suspenders.
Ooh. Damn, Derek. Look at them suspenders. Okay, we can drop those. We don't need those. I don't even think I need the shotgun anymore. No, I do. I do need the shotgun. Sorry, I was about to drop one. I was like, no, I need them for Boykin.
Yeah, never forget Boykin, dude. Boykin can be a real pain without shotguns.
Alright. So now we are on our way to the Atlantica, which is just around the corner. We don't have to deal with the snipers anymore, thank gosh. Because if we did, well, that would be a nightmare. So, in the Atlantica, we are going to run by a beautiful mermaid, and we don't care about her, much like we didn't care about most of the survivors in this run. Her name is Tammy, so make sure to say hi to Tammy on our way past. Pop this real quick, so that I just have it. Here she is, Tammy in all of her glory. We care about the magicians, which are Roger and Reed. Now, I'm gonna wiggle my way past Roger, where I do not care about Roger. Be upset that Reed did that. I'm gonna shoot Roger.
Roger.
Shoot. So I need to bait Reed into like trying to smack me.
Another fun fact, Reed and Roger are based on either Siegfried and Roy or Penn and Teller. One of those two. I can never tell which ones, but there's definitely...
I would say...
Reed. Oh my god.
Roy, not Penn and Teller, because one, if it was Penn and Teller, then one would not be talking.
I mean, Roger doesn't really talk until, like, his death cutscene, so... Yeah, but yeah, I can definitely see Siegfried and Roy
so
more.
rude right now.
So yeah, the magicians are a pain in the ass.
Oh, I did not mean to shoot him, sugar. Come on. So what I need to do is I need Roger to get over here. Come on, buddy. Where you at, girl? Where you at, homie? Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna run in here. We're gonna bait him. We're gonna close this door. I'm gonna lay into him. That. Let's start bullying.
Oh yeah, I
A little
forgot he can't
risky.
open doors.
Yeah, he gets caught on the doors, and there you go. And that's the so the magicians are the last of the optional bosses, and now we are just doing the rest of the game essentially, which is fudge. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have to pick up.
The language, Texan.
I know I'm doing my best.
This is a family stream.
Okay, so my inventory management's kind of scuffed. However, thankfully, I don't need to worry too much about it, because once we deal with 5-2, I just I use the out of bounds to get to the car, and then I go get quick steps. So like my quick step management was kind of scuffed near the end of this. That's okay. We'll be able to save it. Oh no,
everyone's
5-2,
saying-
son of a gun.
Everyone's saying
I went the
definitely
wrong
Siegfried and
way.
Roy. Yeah. Oh well, yeah.
I'm supposed to
these
go to the
games-
hotel.
In these games, it's very often that you'll get lost, even if you know the run quite well, because these games are bloody massive.
I'm not even lost. I was
Yeah.
like, no, I have. It's time to get quick step. It's time for 6-2. No, it's time for 5-2. So the spitball gun that I picked up from Slappy is gonna come into play.
Oh yeah, the best way to kill a boss coming right up.
I really love their hitboxes. So good.
Oh yeah, just taking a shotgun pellet straight to the face.
Yep.
No problem. Yeah.
No biggie. Okay. So, misrouting aside, we are now going to deal with TK and his helicopter. Swede, I think you know how to explain this the best and as to why this spitball gun is just
Hey,
nuking this.
The reason why the spitball gun is nuking its helicopters because it's shooting projectile bullets, and the idea is that we chuck items at it. How this was found? I think way back when it is, I used to mess about this game a lot, so I did a jokey run with German items. And then some reason I was watching YouTube one day and I'm watching an Inside Xbox video, and it was the dumbest ways to kill bosses, and that was in there. So then I was like, that's a really cool idea. I'll use that if I ever do time skip runs, and did time skip runs, and then they compiled the route since day one. So,
Dude, what kills me is like, so most of the strats, like the out of bounds, the spitball gun, and I think there's like one other strat that we have, are all found from YouTube videos. And we were like, maybe that'll work, and we decided to
cancel.
route it in.
wall cancelling was found by a old YouTube channel that was posted, but a lot of the out of bounds, I think Pokey found.
Yeah,
himself
Pokey,
with-
Pokey found a video about the out of bounds and was like, I wonder if this will work. And then we were like, okay, maybe. And then saw that it worked, and then I figured out where the best way to route in all of the out of bounds were. And we've just been improving since then, because Slayer found the food court out of bounds, didn't they?
No, it was another runner. I can't remember his name. He.
Oh, Bear.
A Danish runner.
Wasn't it
Esquire,
Bear?
I think.
No,
Bear Squire?
Nope. I can't remember his name. Let me find it. I have a spare screen. I have so many tabs open. I have
Oh, yeah,
another tab.
Big shout out, by the way, to Pokesol and Slayer and everyone else who contributed towards
Yeah.
the development of strats for this game.
Yeah, this
It's,
game's
very
come
much
a long
appreciated.
I
way.
can't pronounce his name, but it's here. I hate Danish runner. He found a lot of the other bounds that we use in the current runs and stuff. But yeah, a lot of the stuff's found from like a lot of different like community members that put time into it. So myself, like Dices, and then Bear found some stuff. Then Slayer came in, found some more stuff. Then I found more stuff, and then Texan found some stuff. Pokey found some stuff, and it's like everything all kind of made itself this run what it is.
It's been a big
So
group
it's-
effort, and I love the fact that Dead Rising 2 is like kind of come out of the ashes, has risen from the ashes of where it once was. Because no one ran this game before.
Yeah, no one
No.
ran it because
It's because everyone preferred OTR, pretty much.
And now
Yeah,
no one
everyone
runs
could-
OTR.
No, it's just on a hiatus. Basically, how it kind of cycles through Dead Rising. A lot of people run the first game because it's just what everyone enjoys, so fair enough. Dead Rising 2 and OTR both had, I think, time skips at the same time. I think DR2 had it sooner because I think at the time I was more concerned about going for that one, getting it working. And then I believe another community member made the time skip for Off the Record, and then I believe Hudson made the
Brandon Fix.
the Brandon fix / all bosses for the time skip. So Hudson is just saying what he does, and it sucks that he's in a spot UK where he has 0 internet.
Big rip.
AKA known as London.
Yes.
So we drop this one.
I'm at least happy that I contributed something to the run, though. Even though it is only overtime, I kind of helped to figure out a decent way, at least an overtime itemless, to beat TK. So that's my contribution to Dead Rising 2.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I'm just here.
itemless was a big old grind of stuff to do. Very proud
Oh,
that I
yeah.
think I believe I was the first one that ended up getting that routed properly. It took so many runs. TK's boss fight at the end was like the worst, which y'all will see. Thankfully, we can use items in this run. But itemless is, what is it? It's like 1, 2. You hit him 4 times and then you're able to stun him or something like that.
Yeah, you hit him 4 times with your dang old fists, and then you do a double drop kick, or just a drop kick. I forget what it's called. And you just keep on doing that. And if he goes to jump off the stage, which can also be used with items, by the way, you can quickly go on the crank to save Rebecca and Katie, and that will cause him to run back towards you. Anyway, Boykin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So for Boykin, we did this fun thing that I like to call a stutter step, which like confuses his AI. Sir, he was about to like stun me. And we use the shotgun. Might have to use the LMG a little bit.
Because Boykin takes about 20 shots to shotgun to kill, but
Yeah.
if you miss like an iframe, then you got to switch out to LMG, which is no real issue.
Ah.
But
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Talk to
killing that
Rebecca.
comes up to an interesting strategy with this game, and this one is, I'm saying interesting, due to how it works. Before, what we would do is after that fight is we would use the shortcut to go around.
There's a
And that's
shortcut?
okay. Yeah, the one in Paradise Plaza. The one you unlocked.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think we've ever used the shortcut
No, I think
for.
the early one I did for that. But I think I timed it and it was like slower to a degree because you had to go up the stairs and round. But the strat Tex is using here. So if you have a handy thing known as a controller in your one hand and you hold RT, and then you got your other hand free and you press W on your keyboard, for some reason the game treats that as you pressing forward twice, which makes it so you go. It turns this really slow car into a sports car.
Yeah,
that hits on
it
max
goes so
speed.
fast. I was trying to demonstrate, so like if you saw me slow down a little bit and then speed up again, that's why. Is
Yeah.
because like I would let go of W on the keyboard. Thank you, Rebecca.
So yeah, a bunch of vehicles in this game do have that same property. The sports car doesn't have it.
Oh, I was
believe
about to
it
test it to
also-
see if the sports car had it.
No, it doesn't. I just leave it on as well. But yeah, the sports car doesn't have it. The TAR bikes, on the other hand, from the start of the game, they have an uncapped backwards speed, so you can gain a lot of speed going backwards and not forwards. That's interesting. But yeah, but look, a lot of the vehicles do have this extra property when it comes to speed, and they go slightly faster, which is nice. And it was found out because I randomly decided to press W on my keyboard at the exact same time in OTR and realized that the car was going faster backwards.
I popped a quick step there because this next section we're just kind of running around and collecting some items. We're collecting 3 items. We're collecting gasoline can, a spool of wire, and a generator because someone, TK, was like, "Ayo, I'm going to." Oh no, was it TK? No, sorry, it's Sullivan. Sullivan was like, "Ayo, let me let a bunch of zombies in."
No, it was.
Was it TK?
baby. Yeah, it was TK, baby. I think.
I don't think so, because I think he's still handcuffed at this point.
Yeah, he's still handcuffed. I'm pretty sure it's Sullivan that does it.
You know
Spoiler
what?
alert,
Let's just
some-
say, no. Let's just say it was
It was
Katie.
Katie.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
Katie did it. Secretly, Katie
it.
did not want
She
her
was
Zombrex
trying
every
to
day.
find- Look, Katie did it. She was trying to find the missing gummy bear. Therefore, she opened the door that said "press for 3 gummy bears" because having so much Zombrex in your body makes you messed up. So she was like, "I'm gonna pull this button," and then ran back and sat on the couch to play Mega Man. That is the theory.
I hate how in sync we were with that, by the way. Also, fun fact: on the OTR version of this mission, there is an annoying glitch or bug on this part where you close the door, and luckily it's not in this version of the game, because in OTR you have to kind of throttle your CPU a little bit in Task Manager to get through it, because otherwise you won't ever start this section of closing the door. But in
What?
DR2 it's fine.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Deep's had runs died to it. Same with Hudson for a bit. I believe it's to do with the CPU calls or things like that. I think that was the whole thing regarding it. So we had to actually have a. I think at one point, I think the ruling was that you could pause the timer to change the thing and go back. So that's what they ended up doing.
TK just got bit by a zombie. And to properly do an all bosses run, we need to make sure that TK gets his Zombrex every day. Have it as a split so I do not forget.
It's good thing to forget. But this part's all the whole CPU bug there. It's very rare. It happens to some people, not others. But yeah. So I don't know if you've got any donations or anything, but I guess right now would be a good time. He's just gonna do some running.
Yeah, I'm running to the next bit, so go for it, Garlips.
It's a pretty good time because we have just had £5 in from the Jill Valentine herself,
Ooh.
who says, "Please don't let Nemesis throw me around, sad face." And they've put theirs towards no intro, which now means it's neck and neck in the Resident Evil 3 incentives. So if you want to see Jill get thrown around a bit, you're going to have to go expressly against her wishes and make a donation in the...
Please, I want Jill to get thrown around like a rag doll.
Who's Jill?
Jill Sandwich.
That doesn't help me straight. That just makes me hungry.
I never said it would help you.
RE games.
Jill Valentine, one of the main characters in Resident Evil 1, also main character of Resident Evil 3. There you go. There's your lesson.
Alright, cool. Let me just Google. I have not played RE games.
Oh, you guys didn't hear that. He's a big RE fan. Obviously, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, back to the underground.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, what I've been doing, where I'm going, is we are about to uncover what the heck is going on, why the zombie apocalypse has happened here in Fortune City, and big ol' surprise, Big Pharma bad. That's it. That's all it is. Big
Also,
Pharma bad.
I thought Jill was the other one. Oh, no. I thought Jill was Ada.
Oh, Ada is bae.
Oh yeah, here are the.
I now know who you're on about. Okay, right. So yeah, you should totally donate against Jill's wishes, because imagine getting chucked about. That's great. You should donate for it.
Also, those stairs that Tex went up, those were the stairs of
Yeah,
the
those are
dreaded
funny.
incident. Yeah.
Just eat it.
Oh yeah, and here are two psychos.
Oh yeah, the
They're
nerds
with
are the
psychos.
hardest bosses of them all. Okay, so okay, so we're going up into the Palisades. We take this shortcut to go up. We are going to make our way upstairs, and we're going to grab 2 snipers. I am doing the original strat for Sullivan that we have, because it is also the safest strat for me to do in our marathon setting, and I'm going to grab 2 sniper rifles. I grabbed 2 sniper rifles because I'm a terrible shot. Can't hit the broadside of a barn, honestly, and because we got that handy dandy shortcut earlier, instead of having to go out the back, go through the sex shop that we went through, and go through Slot Ranch to Royal Flush, take the car, we just use this shortcut so that we can go, oh hey look, it's the bathroom in Royal Flush Plaza, and we're right near the excuse me, right near the safe house entrance, so we can just boogie on over there. And let everyone know that Venotrans, which is the big pharma company that creates Zombrex, decided, ayo, we're not making enough money off of Zombrex anymore. We need to cause more zombies to happen so that we can harvest the queens to be able to make more Zombrex.
Can I cut in for a second?
Go
we've
for
we've
it.
had another donation, and again, a huge celebrity, big fan. Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 Nemesis has donated £1, and says stars. No, I mean, he says, gotta tenderize the filling for my Jill sandwich, evil smiley face.
I love it.
So yeah, that's currently pipped full game into the lead now. So Jill,
So
what are you
did
going to
come
say to that?
So I think it came from John Nemesis, did it?
Yeah, John Nemesis, Nemi to his friends.
Um, so we've discovered that Sullivan is the mole, the snake, whatever you want to call it. And he is, so we're on our way to him, doing the good old route through Slots Ranch. We ignore BB. BB's living her best life over there. She doesn't need us. Which I find interesting that like her health doesn't deplete unless you get her as a survivor in your like company. So she just kind of lives forever until the end of the game. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to pick her up and bring her with me to Sullivan's fight. I feel like that would have been a good way to put out the one-hit wonder. Yeah, so we're gonna make our way over here. We've passed this elevator area quite a few times, and I don't know why that sign got stuck on me, but okay. But we're gonna use this elevator to get to the top of the Yucatan Casino to fight Sullivan. But first we have to go through this area. And while I'm doing the sniper stuff, you guys can explain what normally happens that isn't the safety strat. Like, we normally go up and fight Sullivan with like the shotgun and kind of loop him around like we do with some of the other bosses.
Yeah, it was found by Bear, where it turns out you can go in there and use shotgun which loops him. What Tex is doing here is he's got an old cheese strat, which I believe Ek was the one who told me about it, and then I tested it and it's not working. The original strat for this was to make a fuck ton of painkillers. Sorry, language, sorry, I'm sorry. Make a duckload of painkillers. I'll try to be PG. I haven't got a text of not being PG. I just
We're gonna have to set up a swear jar.
I have that at work, don't worry.
When you're so used to marathon settings being no swearing and you accidentally slip up and you're like, no!
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, gosh dang it.
Sorry,
Well,
as you were.
So yeah, we used to set the back with a sniper and just shoots, and Ak just goes, "Hey, you could cheese this with a sniper rifle, by the way." I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Oh yeah, do it by here." I was like, "Okay," tested it. It works.
Boom. Okay.
So that was our strat for the longest time, and now we get a shotgun from the zombie in the Yucatan, and we end up kiting Boykin up there, which is a lot harder, but it's obviously a lot faster.
Because he hit, if Boykin hits you, he hits you off of the platform, and I'm awful at it. I'm terrible at it. Did not want to do it, so we wanted to play it safe. So now we are in overtime, and what we need to do for overtime is we need to go collect a series of items for TK. We are going to grab a photo, a lab coat, a headset, and some other stuff that I cannot think of off the top of my head, and then we are going to go to the arena and fight him.
Oh,
So
expensive
TK
champagne.
Yeah,
Thank you.
TK wants all these items, and what he's done is he's got kidnapped Katie and Stacy and dragged them both by himself all the way to the arena and told Chuck to do this whole like, "Hey, you gotta get all these items for me because just I want to kill your daughter and your lover." And Chuck's like, "No, not my daughter." And then just like, "Oh, okay."
Basically,
That's
TK just likes to do a bit of trolling.
He's a bit of a memer at heart.
Yeah, so there's
He's
the
got-
compromising photo. And then we're gonna here. So I don't know if it'll work. I always worry.
So
Go for it.
I can say one thing in OTR is they actually gave TK dialogue. When
Oh yeah, when you're running
grabbing
around.
So if you don't answer the phone call, at some point the game will just force the phone call to go off, and you just hear TK going, "Ha ha ha! Now that's me and the CEO of Phenotrans." It's just the dialogue that happens, and I think you'll randomly play in the little survival bit in OTR, which I don't know why they added. It's just stuff.
Stop. Okay, next we get a lab coat. I don't know why the lab coat is needed. It's just needed.
Kinky stuff.
Take that.
God damn it, sweet.
And then after that, we use the car to get all the way to the food court. And then we're going to go underground.
Yeah, there's a set route that we take. There is a out of bounds text you can somewhat do right beside the Americana, which is a lot harder to do. There's like tuba there, you can get an item that helps line up a bit more. But basically with the plant pot, you run towards it, you do the same thing. You break the plant pot, but you go through the plant pot, through the ground, and you go back out of bounds.
Yeah, again, another thing where it's like I'm not gonna do it due to like the fact that I personally am unable to get it consistently right now. So we're gonna take this cart because the cart is faster when you're doing the 2x throttle. Over the quick step. Hopefully I don't fall off. Sometimes I do. It's very likely that I will fall off that slat. Look, I've got a need for speed. It doesn't mean that I'm well balanced.
You're fine.
Okay. Pick this up.
But yeah, it's a lot of the I'm grabbing is the same route we've taken that usual overtime to just grab the items and go in this little path. I believe overtime over its years have changed. I think the original route we had was a fair bit different to a degree.
Yeah.
I can't remember it.
Yeah,
But I
the
think
old route we
both
had is
how you
much
bend-
different.
Yeah, because I think then a run called How You Bend came out and was like, this way it's faster. And they beat a run by like a few seconds. And then the original runner Dawn goes, yeah, it's not faster. And then he did the run with his route and beat it by a fair bit more. And then Dawn goes, oh, this one is faster. And that's kind of a funny thing.
Alright, so
But, yeah.
next is our champagne. I love the bikes because we can just kind of wiggle into areas. Like, I know the bike being routed in was rather recent. It's in like the last year or two. That the bike's been routed in for us to use, because we used to just kind of park it in front of the bar. And now
No,
we
I used to always
slither
take
in.
the bike ride.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like,
Why would I-
originally...
I am very confused. I'm sorry, but the stuff I'm doing now, and here it is. It's only recently been added. Me currently like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Wait,
Look,
always said
look, it's just because whatever runs I ended up watching weren't using those strategies.
So you're telling me, Texan,
Until,
you haven't watched
like,
any of
later.
my runs. So the Texan, what you're telling me is you haven't watched any of my runs.
No.
Wow.
I've watched a few of them when they were world record runs, and then the world
Wow,
records got
no,
improved.
no. You dug yourself a hole here, mate. Damn, Texan a fake friend. Like this makes like, wait, I've done this before like years ago, Texan. This is recently new.
Well, when I say recently new, I also added like a year or two. Like, come on. Time.
As you can tell in this community, we have fun.
And apparently we all have memory problems.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, you could like you and Act do some fucking reason.
Yeah, Rebecca, it was the stairs. With you, it's a cart. I mean, what's going on?
I stopped running this game because it became a grind set. Alright, so now we are on our way to the hotel, which is through Leisure Park. We only have one more item left, and it's the gift basket. So we're gonna run all the way to the hotel, and then after that, we go through South Plaza to the arena, and then we get to fight TK. And I will probably end up going a little quiet during that part because I hate TK's fight. It is like my weakest point in this run. So yeah, I'll let Sweden Street take control there. Oh, and then for whoever is dealing with time is on the last hit to TK. So like whenever he dies, you're good to hit.
Yeah, don't worry. We all hate TK equally, so we're all in the same boat here.
Heck, TK. All my homies hate TK.
Heck.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a hackathon.
I know. God.
No, God, the hackathons kill people.
Oh, I didn't say it was a bad thing.
You
Okay.
just went, oh god.
But yeah, Tex is taking this back way through the hotel to the arena because it's just quicker than running there the other way, and it brings you out right by the doors. Also, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, I always wonder if it's probably faster to like just take all the way. Well, because you have to go into the hotel anyways to get the gift basket. So just running through the rest of the hotel / South Plaza makes more sense to get over to the arena than anything. So
I
Okay.
will say this, Texan, regarding that. If you could find an out of bounds right by the hotel entrance, you will spawn right inside the arena doors and you can walk through.
Well, I know what I'm doing later.
Okay, so we are now fighting TK. He's in a position where I can grab this, and then
Can I get a can I get a few heck TKs in chat? All my homies hate TK. Thank you. But yeah, TK is very annoying because he will charge at you, like so, and
Gonna be okay.
he can also hit quite hard, doing 1 block of damage per hit most of the time, and he will run off and jump off the stage and just come back up at a random time when he will start charging again. You can circumvent that by using the crank when he starts to run off, and then he'll just come back straight away instead of jumping off the stage. Saves you a bit of time.
Yeah, as
And-
Tex was showcasing here, he's constantly getting TK to keep into the arena. This one I found out randomly one day while messing about over time. Just, oh yeah, press the B button, you can enter the fight. Tex is playing it safe here, drinking some OJ. Basically, TK can deal a lot of damage, but if you go for a good run, then you would avoid doing that, and you would just constantly hit. Ooh, he's got the lucky thing with TK where he just nudged past him. But
And
yeah, it's an interesting fight. TK's also a bit of a pain in the ass, but well,
time.
yeah,
Oh,
GG.
thank you. It's
GGs.
only 53 seconds off of PB, so I feel like that's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid run. I'm unable to skip this cutscene, so I'm gonna run through the thank yous. So thanks Swede and Street for commentating this run with me. I really appreciate it. Shout out to the Dead Rising community and everyone in it. Like no matter what game they play, they're super supportive of all the game runs essentially. And thank you, Time Tick, for accepting this run. This is the first marathon that all bosses has been showcased at, so I hope everyone enjoyed it and had a good time. The rest of this cutscene is Chuck saving his daughter and whatever, so yeah. If you want to finish watching it, go for it. I don't know what Tech needs.
You guys want to hang around here all day?
How about your commentators? Got any shout outs?
shout out to Tex and Red Wolf for a good run. Shout out to myself because I'm a sellout.
It's over.
Shout out to Tex for being a pretty badass world record holder. Okay, sorry, Christian stream, forgot. And thank you for everyone, part of the tech production crew, hosting, for holding this amazing marathon for a good cause.
Plus one of that. Oh, also, if anyone wants to find me anywhere, whatever name is showing up on the screen, you can find me there. Use lowercase for everything. And you can also find me on YouTube and Twitter under the exact same handle.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much. And we'll be right back soon with another run coming up right after this intermission.